Hello everyone, welcome back to This Day in Weather. If you're just joining this channel, this is where you can learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Today is January 28th. On this day in 1887, snowflakes as large as milk pans fell in Fort Keogh, Montana. The snowflakes hold the unofficial size record and were said to measure 15 inches across and 8 inches thick. On this day in 1922, Washington, D.C. was crippled by the Knickerbocker snowstorm. The storm started the day before and dumped 28 inches of snow in Washington, D.C. in just 32 hours, and the heavy snow caused the roof of the Knickerbocker movie theater to collapse and killed 98 people and injured 133 others. On this day in 1956, an F3 tornado took a 23-mile-long, 150-yard-wide path through the Arkansas counties of Faulkner and White during the late evening. It moved to the northeast from the Worcester area to a mile south of Greenbrier. According to the climatological data summary, the tornado went aloft for 10 miles and returned to the ground in the Barney-Enola area and continued from there into White County and dissipated near Rosebud. Faulkner County suffered most of the damage. 3 homes and 7 other buildings were destroyed. 21 homes and 6 other buildings were damaged, and a dozen people were injured, but there were no fatalities. On this day in 1963, the low temperature in Cynthiana, Kentucky drops to minus 34 degrees. This tied a state record set only 4 days prior in Bonneville. On this day in 1969, heavy rains of tropical origin in California that started on January 18th ended on this day. Up to 50 inches of rain fell at 7,700 feet. 31 inches of rain fell on the south slopes of Mount San Gorgonio, 15.5 inches of rain fell in San Jacinto Peak, and around 10 inches of rain fell in Banning. The floods caused 91 fatalities and up to $1,1969 United States dollars in damage, which in 2026 United States dollars equates to over $8.831 billion. On this day in 1974, the southern United States was struck by an outbreak of 10 tornadoes that caused 11 injuries. Several homes were destroyed and 5 people were injured in an F3 tornado in Jackson, Mississippi. Near Addington, Mississippi, 3 people were injured in an F2 tornado. On this day in 1977, the blizzard of 1977, one of the worst winter storms to hit southern Ontario in Canada and upstate New York, began on this day and lasted until February 1st. With the onset of the storm, around 2,000 students in the Niagara region were stranded overnight in schools. Daily peak wind gusts ranging from 46 to 69 miles per hour were recorded by the National Weather Service in Buffalo, with snowfall as high as 100 inches recorded in some areas, and the high winds blew this into drifts of 30 to 40 feet. There were 23 storm-related fatalities in western New York and 5 more in northern New York. Total damage from the storm was $300,000,1977 United States dollars, which equates to over $1.6 billion in 2026 United States dollars. On this day in 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster happened at 11:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 73 seconds after liftoff from the Kennedy Space Center in Cape Canaveral, Florida, on a cold morning that started in the 20s, with a 36-degree ground temperature at liftoff. All 7 people who were aboard were killed. Several Morton Thiokol engineers recommended not launching if the liftoff temperature was below 53 degrees, and instead delaying the launch until the ground temperature warmed up, but company management overruled them. The cold was blamed for causing the O-rings on the shuttle's external booster to fail, which led to the explosion. Low-level wind shear was also a factor. On this day in 1989, Nome, Alaska recorded an all-time record low temperature of minus 54 degrees, and the temperature in Farewell, Alaska drops to minus 69 degrees. In Dead Horse, Alaska, the morning low temperature was minus 49 degrees, and the wind chill was minus 114 degrees. Also, a winter storm that day dumped 15 inches of snow in Colorado. That will close up this edition of This Day in Weather, but be sure to stay tuned in because whenever there's a new video, you will learn about weather events that occurred in the United States on the date the video was posted in years past. Please hit the thumbs up button to like this video. Please hit the subscribe button to be sure to never miss a new video. If you're just joining this channel, please check out all the other videos that have been posted on this channel. And please check out my Patreon at patreon.com/c/thisdayinweather for more content.